Lecture 2: The Inner Fight: Convincing Yourself to Survive and Thrive. You have already stood in the war in fire, but now comes the harder part: staying in the fight inside to win over your own mind. This is truly the hardest war you will ever face. Ladies and gentlemen, in war your mind shifts to survival mode. You need to become very professional and focus on your inner voice, the one that tells you to run and hide, but never explain where to go, for how long, or why it would be better to hide. Why hide and suffer in silence when you could endure the same hardship as a strong, clear-minded person who is choosing to thrive? After everything you have seen, empty streets, shattered homes, sleepless nights, it's easy to lose your sense of direction. It's understandable. You might say, I am tired, I am poor, I have lost everything. What is left for me there to fight for? To that I say, a lot if you are still living. Because your current circumstances, physical, emotional, or financial, do not define your future. Trust me, I have been there. Every vein in your body will tell you to give up. Every bone will scream and say, just let go. But this moment right now is the one that separates those who stay emotionally buried in the war from those who rise out of it. This lecture is about convincing yourself that your life still matters, that your growth in leadership still matters, even while your country is burning. Yes. Here is the truth. No one will see you as a leader until you first see yourself as one. It doesn't matter if your pockets are empty. It doesn't matter if people around you are suffering, or if your family is exhausted by helping you. Yes, that is the reality. But reality is not your future, is it? We are not working on hope alone. We are working on potential. And potential is built through mindset and your inner fight. Let me remind you, you didn't choose the war. The war came to your country and your city. That's no longer relevant. What matters now is the choice you have on your role in this war. You have two options. Sit in the rubble and ask, why did this happen to me? Or rise from it and say, life must go on. I will become stronger under the fire, like a raw brick that gets harder in heat, not melted like a weak wood and turn to ashes. This war has been going on here for 4 years. Whether you run or stay makes no difference to the war itself. People are dying whether you like it or not. You might even die yourself. It's not about life or death anymore. It's about how you choose to live. So why not fight and train your mind to become something while you are still alive? Why not ask yourself, what if I survive and live tomorrow? What if I lived and become the one who rebuild this place and lead my community, my city, and even my country? That, my friend, is the inner fight. Don't argue with facts, use them. The fight inside is harder than the war outside. Potential is more powerful than pity. The decision to become strong starts when all you have left is the decision itself. I also have a personal story here. There were times I sat in the war-torn Kandahar, Afghanistan, with nothing but smell of burning behind me, dead bodies around me, and no plan in front of me. I had no saving, no support, but I realized I could not stay broken forever. I had to decide either to become a victim or become a weapon for good. I chose the second. That decision saved my life and dignity. It wasn't easy, but it was very simple. Just make a decision. I said, no more getting pushed around by bullies or foreign bombs. If I'm going to die, let it be as someone who stood strong, not someone who gave up. I decided to stop waiting to be held like a victim and instead to grow into a kind of person who will be called into the room when it is time to rebuild the country. The kind of person people ask, what do you think we should do now that finally the war is over? That is what rising means to me personally. Now, ask yourself right now, what am I telling myself every day? Zoom out your surveillance camera. Do you think, walk, and speak like someone rising into the power or someone surrendering to her fate? If your answer is hard to face, don't panic. That just means this is the right time to start the fight, the inner fight. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you might be poor, you might be in pain, you might have no idea what tomorrow looks like. But if you win this inner fight, no one, no soldier, no lost, no system can stop you from becoming the kind of woman or man who doesn't just survive the war, but lead others out of it to the other side